The main problem I was having, you guys, was I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Guys, welcome back to the Dirtbag Outdoors YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning on in. Check this out. What is this monster in front of me? Any guesses? Any guesses as to what this beaut is? No? No guesses? Well, good, because I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a Remington 700 LTR, lightweight tactical rifle. What is that exactly? This is a Remington 700 short action and 308, 20-inch heavy fluted barrel, and a different stock from 700. This has a slimmer, lighter weight stock. It's about 1.5 pounds lighter than a typical 700. This was used by SWAT team, military, police, things like that. I don't know if they still use it or not, but that's kind of what this was designed for. I bought this pre-owned a while ago. I shoot it a few times a year, not a bunch, but we're gonna shoot it today. It came with this big, massive Harris bipod on it. This thing extends like 4 feet long. It's absolutely insane. That's what she said. And it came with this Field and Stream scope. It's not ideal, but guys, it's 4 to 16 power. It's got the quick detach Leupold rings, so I don't have a full pick rail to mount a different optic. So this we're rocking it as it came. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fine. We're gonna make the best of it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do a before and after, a 50-yard test. Oh, it's 50 yards, it's the 308, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I know. I wish I had property to shoot at 500 yards. I don't. I have a 50-yard range that's nearby, so that's what we're gonna use. And the harsh reality is I lose money every video. I do this for fun. Any sort of products donated by companies, awesome companies that do that, just keeps me making videos and hopefully entertaining you guys. So that's the play. We've got a completely stock action, stock trigger. Okay, that's important for a second. We got 150 grain Remington, 147 PMC, and 147 arms core, all right? Complete stock configuration. We're gonna go to the range, shoot 50-yard groups with that stuff, and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna figure out how to jam this bad boy in there. Guys, look at this. Huge, massive, gargantuosaurus. Thank you to Timney Triggers, all right? Timney Triggers, huge shout out, link down below. They sent me this awesome 2-stage trigger for a Remington 700 to put in this bad boy so I can do a before and after comparison, what a nice trigger can do for accuracy. Now, I've never had one of their triggers in a bolt gun. I have had their triggers in ARs and they are phenomenal, absolutely love them, some of the best on the market. But yeah, guys, this is all new to me. So bolt gun, nice trigger. This thing is, like I said, 2-stage, 8-ounce first stage, and then adjustable from 8 ounce to 2 pounds on the second stage. It's gonna be insane. I've never even squeezed a trigger at 8 ounces. I don't even know if you're gonna feel it. I'm probably gonna be more of a 2-pound guy, but I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, guys. Okay, this is what I'm saying. We're gonna figure it out together. I'm gonna figure out how to jam that thing in there. It does come with detailed instructions. I'm probably gonna need those. And then we're gonna go back out to the range, shoot the same ammo, same test, and see what the groups look like, okay? Now, stock configuration, the trigger in this isn't bad. It's crispy, but it's very, very firm. I don't have a gauge, but it's very firm. I would say it's gotta be 6-7 pounds if I had to guess. But again, I don't have a gauge, but I don't know. We're gonna change the trigger out. Let's get to the range, do phase 1 of this test. I will see you guys there in just a few. Guys, welcome to intermission. Intermission, you know what I'm saying? Guys, it's out. The test is done. The first test is done. Stock trigger, Remington 700, 50 yards. The groups are done. I'm not showing them yet. I came back, rushed home, figured out how to install the Timney trigger. It was super easy once I figured out the main problem that I was having. The main problem I was having, you guys, was I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So once I figured that out, I took a breather, calmed down, meditated, threw her back in, all is well. And guys, this thing is freaking insane. I'm telling you, this isn't gonna do it justice whatsoever, but the first stage is just springy, perfect light, oh man. And then you hit that wall. Oh yeah, guys, that's what I'm saying. Let's get this thing back out to the range. Part 2 with the Timney trigger. Let's see what happens. I think it's gonna make a huge difference because the factory trigger is super, super hard, and it's hard to have the same pull every single time. It just is, guys. It is what it is. Let's go back to the range. I'll see you in a few. Okay, so I got the 308 back out. Different day. Timney trigger's installed. I got it set on about 1.5 pounds, which is crazy. I know some people have under a pound, and it's absolutely nuts because 1.5 pounds feels ridiculous, redonkulous. It's so good that, to be honest with you, I think I might be worse with it now just because I'm going to have to get used to this light thing. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it's still dialed in from last time. I can't remember the ammo I brought. I think I brought some PMC. I didn't bring that. I brought some Aguila right here, some UMC, and then some Wolf, 2 different types of Wolf. We're going to throw in and just see if the groups are anything like the factory trigger, if they're better, if they're worse. I know for a fact the trigger feels like $1,000,000. It's just, am I going to be able to use it and get used to it? So 3-shot groups. Looks like a pretty good group. It doesn't look like crazily different, better or worse than with the factory trigger, but man, regardless, this thing, it just feels so much better to shoot. It's freaking crazy, really. All right, so I'm gonna load up some. Let's shoot some Wolf out of this thing. Let's try the military classic. And I know, y'all be like, oh, the barrel's not cool, blah, blah, blah. Man, we ain't got time for all that. This isn't precision. This is 50 yards. I'm just getting a feel for the new trigger, feeling the vibes. You guys know the play. It'll be alright. It's not even that hot. I'm touching it. It's fine. Alright, let's see the Wolf Poly performance. Polyformance? Can do anything different. The barrel's a little warm now. I can still grab it, but it's a little bit warm now, so after this 3 shots, I'll probably let it cool for a few minutes. And also too, guys, this is only 50 yards. If the groups are any better at 50, they're going to be a lot better, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 yards. So 50 yards doesn't do a trigger test justice, but that's what I got. That's what I got. So I'm going to let this thing cool down. We're going to shoot the last group with the Aguila. All right, guys, just like that, we are back at the studio. Let's go ahead and recap this. Does a nicer, better, more expensive trigger make you a better shooter? Thank you again. Huge shout out Timney for donating this for the video. Man, yes, it does. It makes you a better shooter. It made me a better shooter instantly. I've got results to prove it. Since it wasn't an ammunition test out of this rifle, it was more so just a overall group average style of test with the factory trigger versus the Timney upgraded trigger. I didn't do any of the footage on the zoom cam. But I've got proof right here, guys. I shot it a bunch. I love shooting this rifle now. It is a pleasure to shoot. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We've got some math is what we got. All right, so here are my 2 3-shot groups of the factory trigger in the 700 LTR. All right, go ahead and pause that if you want to read it off. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the nuts and bolts of this. Out of those 6 groups with the factory trigger, we had a .86 average at 50 yards. All right, that's over 1 MOA at 100, right? So 0.86 average out of 6 groups with the factory trigger. Moving on to the Timney, the upgrade. I actually shot 10 groups with this because it was just funner to shoot, to be honest. There you have it there. Go ahead and give her a pause. You know the vibes. What's the bottom line? All right, what's the bottom line? Guys, out of 10 groups, so 4 more groups than this average, it's still far better. Our average was 0.67. All right, that is a 0.19 inch difference at 50 yards. Imagine at 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 yards, that's gonna open up that much more. That's gonna be that much more accurate with that trigger than the factory trigger. If I take the worst 4 groups out of the 10 and do 6, so a 6 and 6 comparison, it takes it down to a 0.53 inch group average, which is a 0.33 inch difference than the factory trigger. Guys, that's huge, especially, like I said, if you stretch it out further and further, it's gonna come back to you tenfold with just a trigger upgrade. Nothing else has changed, just the trigger. It is so much crisper. The 2-stage is excellent. And yeah, that's enough rambling on about that, guys. That was a lot of fun to make. I absolutely love shooting 308. Timney triggers, huge shout out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below. Check out the links. I love you. We'll see you next time.